Now, still continuing with the aftermath, we saw Beggs show Fento the map that actually shows towards Driller Bark, which they're almost closer to Lola. But now we actually got to the Wano arc story, which we saw Kawamatsu actually got a letter from Hiyori, and he actually read that letter, which she actually thanks him for everything that he ever done, which caused Kawamatsu to actually shed tears to to the princess, as we seen him wandering around the country, which we head back to the present, where Zoro is still going after the thief, which he actually going to follow his blood trail, but he still haven't found him. Which we actually see Kawamatsu and Hiyori actually leaving the area, which we actually knew they haven't seen each other in years. But Hiyori actually asked him why is he actually here after she left, which he actually revealed that he actually wandered around the country, which he actually said like Hakumdai at the large northern part of Ringo was ruled by a powerful and renowned Shimosuke family, which the Lord name is actually Lord Shimosuke Ushimasu, who actually say that he's a legendary swordsman and he actually has a fox by his side, which Ringo became a wasteland by Kaido, in which the fox was actually his trusty bodyguard, in which he actually say that throughout the centuries the swords was actually marked the graves by them, in which those are the famous swords among the graves, in which there are also grave robbers who will actually cut their attention, which they're going to steal those swords. However, the fox actually stopped the grave robbers from stealing the swords, which Kawamatsu actually saw saw the fox, which he actually say the fox's name is Oimaru, which that's actually the fox's name, in which Kawamatsu actually saw the fox and actually say that he was the companion of the late Lord, in which he actually met him before, and so Orimatsu actually helped protecting the swords, which he actually protected for more than 5 years after the destruction of Ringo. So we actually saw what actually happened to the place. And so the swords was actually embroiled with by birth. So we saw Kawamatsu actually bring food to Onimaru, and so he cannot protect his master's sword without an empty stomach. And so we actually saw him enjoying the food, in which we saw Kawamatsu actually dug up the swords. He actually asked Onimatsu to forgive him, but he actually bit him in his arm. But he trying to get him to understand that he doesn't want to disturb the resting of the deceased, but he's trying to give him a new place for the swords, in which he's saying that the spirits that actually live within the sword makes a samurai powerful, and what gave him power to defeat their enemies. And so this place still a battlegrounds, but the battle between pirates and Wano will not have an end yet. But it's actually too early for the swords to rest. So he actually gonna give him a new place until the destiny day arrive, which he cannot actually steal the swords, in which he won't allow the swords to be stolen by grave robbers. So he actually hiding them in a certain place until they completed their mission, in which he actually shedding tears because he couldn't actually protect Hiyori, in which we actually knew how he understands, in which we saw Onimaru actually help licking his wounds, and he actually helped him dig up the swords, in which we seen him actually do so, in which he actually gonna help him steal the swords, and that's how we saw Kawamatsu actually became Gyokimaru, the bandit thief, and that's how the name actually stuck into legend, and which that is the name that everybody will now know of. However, we actually don't know what happened to the fox because it was actually been 13 years. So the swords was actually somewhere. But we actually saw Zoro actually was reunited with them, which he said that Yokimaru is actually disappeared and left the door open, which led to a cave. But then we saw Kawamatsu contacted Kimon, and who was actually excited to hear his voice again, in which we actually see the situation that actually happening. But we actually seen him with so many swords that he and also weapons that he'd actually show him that it won't be a problem. So we saw Kyokimaru actually transform into a fox, which actually explained that he is Olimaru. However, Hiyori actually told Zoro to return Shunsui to Wano because he said it was actually his, which it actually is not. However, she actually say that she gonna give him a new sword, which actually belongs to to her late father, the Ima, the legendary sword that was actually capable of injuring Kaido, which that's actually something that Zoro will want. So we actually saw what actually happening. Kawamatsu actually met a fox named Olimaru, then Kyokimaru became Olimaru, and then Sora will get a new sword called Ima. The sword rumored to scar Kaido for life. And so we're actually going to see how Zoro will actually get the sword. So we're actually going to see that on the next chapter next weekend. Like this video, subscribe for more, and comment on what you think about the manga chapter. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr, and like my Facebook page. Until then, this is Anime Guy here. Say sign out. Laters.